Hello, good afternoon. This is DSP lecture number 9. In last lecture, we have studied about frequency sampling and then derivation of DFT formula. So let us talk about discrete Fourier transform. So what is discrete Fourier transform? We already know that when I calculate discrete Fourier transform, the discrete input signal, the discrete signal which is in time domain, I can convert this into a frequency domain. But we have studied that for input a periodic signal, when we apply a Fourier transform, the spectrum which is in the frequency domain, which is a continuous in time. Now in this study, what we are going to understand about, when the input signal is discrete, it's a corresponding DFT or frequency domain signal is also discrete and have a limited frequency or limited amount of time or limited period in which the signal is present. Now, how to calculate this discrete Fourier transform? The formula for calculation of discrete Fourier transform is given as, are you able to see this PPT? I have shared the screen. So x of k, which is equal to summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1 x of n into e raised to j 2 pi n upon 2 pi kn upon capital N, where k varies from 0 to n minus 1. So this is my formula. Now this formula I can use it for conversion of input signal or conversion of input discrete finite duration signal into a frequency domain in order to perform the frequency analysis. So we'll see one by one how we can convert this into a frequency domain. We'll solve the problem based on that. So let us take an help of, I hope offline will start soon, so that I can directly start teaching you on board. So by that time, let us take an example of this, take an help of this PPT. So here, now I want to find out so here I want to calculate discrete Fourier transform. So my formula in order to find out discrete Fourier transform is okay. I'm going to share whiteboard, so in which we can write it here. So here x of k, with which we can find out a discrete Fourier transform. So x of k, what is the formula for calculation of DFT? X of k is equal to summation k varies from summation n varies from summation small n varies from 0 to n minus 1. So here 0 to n minus 1. So this is the formula to find out discrete Fourier transform. So here it is x of n into e raised to, are you writing this? E raised to minus j 2 pi k 2 pi k n divided by capital N. K n divided by capital N. So this is my formula in order to convert time domain signal into a frequency domain. So this is the DFT formula, and this is applicable when signal is discrete in time, because this formula we have derived by sampling the signal in the frequency domain. So here k varies from, so here k varies from 0 to n minus 1. So this is the entire formula. So we will solve one example so that you will understand how to apply this formula. Okay, so let us take down example. Let us take down example. Input sequence x of n. Input sequence x of n is equal to, it is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my sequence. Now I want to find out a discrete Fourier transform of this signal 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my signal. I want to convert. This is the x of n, means this signal is in the time domain. Now I want to convert the signal in the frequency domain. So for conversion of signal from time domain to frequency domain, now here if you observe that signal is discrete, because values are present, and discrete values means when n equal to 0, one value is present. When n equal to 1, another one value is present. 2 and 3. In this way, values are given, which all the values are discrete, and therefore this signal we can call it as a discrete time domain signal. So now this is the time domain signal. I want to convert this into a frequency domain. For that purpose, I have to apply discrete Fourier transform. So what is the formula for discrete Fourier transform? That is x of k is equal to summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi k n divided by capital N. Here k varies from 0 to n minus 1. This is my formula. Now here the discrete Fourier transform, when how many samples we will be calculating? That is k equal to 0, k equal to 1, 2 up to n minus 1. In this case, now what is the range of n? This n varies from 0 to n minus 1, means 0 to 3, means value of capital N. Now for this particular example, value of capital N is equal to 4. Are you getting this? Because there are 4 signals are present in the input signal x of n. So value of capital N is 4. This 0, 1, 2, 3. So this varies from 0 to n minus 1. So capital N, the value of n equal to number of samples present in the sequence. So there are 4 samples are present in the sequence. So value of capital N is equal to 4. Now what I have to do? I have to calculate the Fourier, I have to calculate the discrete Fourier transform. So there are 4 samples because k varies from 0 to n minus 1. So this value of k will vary from 0 to 4 minus 1, means now in this case the value of k will vary from, for this particular example, value of k will vary from 0 to 3. The value of k will vary from 0 to 3. If the value of k is varying from 0 to 3, I will be considering first value of k. So let us take the value of k. The first value of k is 0. So I'm going to take the first value. So x of 0 I have to calculate. So I'm going to substitute value in this equation. So my equation will become x of 0, because value of k is 0. So this is x of 0, which is equal to summation. Now value of n. What is the value of n? 0 to n minus 1. So this index n is also going to vary from 0 to 3. This is also going to change from 0 to 3. The range of n is also changing from 0 to 3. So here it is going to be x of n. This is going to be x of n e raised to minus j, e raised to minus j 2 pi Now here, what is the value of k? We have taken the value of k equal to 0. So this is going to be 0 multiplied by n divided by capital N. So what is the value? How many total samples are present? So total samples are 4. So the equation will be changing accordingly. Now, if I take the example, or if I take this part, what is that? E raised to minus j 2 pi multiplied by 0 multiplied by n divided by 4. So this is nothing but what will be the value of this? How you will get the this is nothing but this is equal to e raised to 0. E raised to 0. So what is the value of e raised to 0? What is the value of e raised to 0? E raised to 0 is always equal to 1. This is going to be 1 always. This is going to be 1 always. So e raised to 0 value is always equal to 1. So this equation will be, I can write in the simplified form as summation n varies from 0 to, this is going to be n varies from 0 to 0 to 3. This is x of n. This is going to be x of n multiplied by 1, because e raised to 0 is 1. So this will be simply summation n varies from 0 to 3 x of n multiplied by 1. So this is going to be, we can write, if I am going to substitute value of n in this particular equation, what I am getting? The first value of n is 0. So first is x of 0. First is x of 0 plus, what is the next value? X of 1. So next value is x of 1. So this is x of 1 plus next value is x of 2. So this is going to be x of 2, and last value is x of 3, because what I have done, I have substituted subsequently values of n. So x of 3. So this is going to be x of 3, right? This is going to be x of 3. So accordingly, if I substitute subsequently all the values, what is the value of x of 0? X of 0 is 1, right? The value of x of 0 is 1. So I will substitute here 1 plus the value of x of 1. Value of x of 1. Where is x of 1? This is x of 1. X of 1 is 2. So here I will substitute 2. The further next value of x is x of 2. So what is the value of x of 2? X of 2 is 3. So I'm going to substitute here. X of 2 is 3 plus the last value x of 3. So x of 3 is 4. So this is going to be a complete value of x of 0, which is equal to 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So first value of DFT sample x of k, when k equal to 0, it is denoted as x of 0. So first value of this is x of 0. This is I have represented by capital X. Okay, because of net, I could not, I logged in again. So let us talk about what is x of k now. The first value of x of k is, that is nothing but x of 0. So first value which we have calculated is, this is first value is Okay. Okay, this is x of k. We have calculated the first value of x of k, which is equal to, we have calculated the first value when I have substituted k equal to 0. So first value which I have obtained is 10. Now, how many values that we are, so how many values, how many such values we could be able to find out, that is k equal to 0 to 3. These values we could able to calculate. So 0 to 3, I have calculated first value when k equal to 0. So I'm going to find out the next value, that is when k is equal to 1. I'm going to find out next value, DFT value, when k is equal to 1. So let us, we will write an equation when k equal to 1. So DFT equation, that is x of k, I have written in the earlier slide. What is the DFT equation? X of k is equal to x of k. Here I am writing value of k equal to 1. So x of k is equal to summation, it is equal to summation n varies from, summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1. So in this case, the value of capital N, was 4, because the input sequence which I have taken, x of n, what is my input sequence? X of n, which is equal to, this is equal to, it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is my input sequence, x of n. So with this equation now, I have a 4 value. So value of capital N is equal to 4. So here n varies from 0 to 3, because n varies from 0 to n minus 1. 0 to 3, x of n into e raised to minus j 2 pi kn. Value of k is now, value of k is equal to 1. So here 2 pi, value of k is equal to 1, 2 pi k small n divided by capital N. So this is my equation. Now what I have to do? I have to substitute value of n subsequently. So I have substituted k equal to 0. So DFT equation has been modified as x of 1, which is equal to summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1. So n minus 1 is 3. So 0 to 3, x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi n, value of k is substituted as 1 divided by 4. So here now we will be substituting value of n further. So here we will substitute value of n. So first value of n is 0. So this equation will be x of 0 multiplied by x of 0 multiplied by e raised to j 2 pi into value of n is 0. So it will be, this equation is e raised to 0. So here I will write directly e raised to 0. Okay. So x of 0 into e raised to 0 plus x of 1. Now next value of n is 1. So here I'm going to substitute, n is equal to 1. So this is x of 1 multiplied by e raised to minus j 2 pi, value of k is 1 and value of n is also 1. So this is 2 pi divided by 4. So the next term, when I am substituting n is equal to 1, so my next term is x of 1 multiplied by e raised to minus j 2 pi, k is 1, n is 1. So it is simply e raised to minus j 2 pi divided by 4. Then plus next term that I'm going to substitute, that is n is equal to 3. So 2, sorry. So x of 2, value of n is 2 we have taken. So x of 2 multiplied by e raised to minus j e raised to minus j 2 pi k. K is 1, n is 2. So it is simply multiplied by 2 divided by 4 plus the last value of n is 3. So what I am going to write here, x of 3 multiplied by e raised to minus j 2 pi multiplied by 3 divided by 4. So next value is e raised to minus j 2 pi multiplied by 3 divided by 4. So here, now what I'm going to do, the further I'm going to optimize or reduce the equation. So I'm going to reduce this exponential terms. So here e raised to 0 is here. So here 2 and 4 in the numerator 2 is present and in the denominator 4 is present. So I can reduce this. I can so here I can go for 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So the equation will be just x of 1 e raised to minus j pi by 2. Similarly, this 2 2 2s are 4 and this 4 will be cancelled to each other. And here again, this is 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. The equation, reduced form of the equation that I'm going to get it here, x of 0, e raised to 0 is 1. So I will not write here. Directly I will write here x of 0. What is going to be there? Then next is x of 1. So next value I'm going to get is x of 1 into e raised to, this is going to be e raised to minus j pi by 2. So the next value is e raised to minus j pi by 2. So this is pi by 2. Plus next value is x of 2. Next is x of 2 and this reduced form is e raised to, sorry, here it is x of 2 multiplied by e raised to minus j pi. This is going to be e raised to minus j pi. Okay. And finally, last value of this will be x of 3. This is x of 3 multiplied by e raised to minus j 3 pi upon 2. So in this way, we have tried to reduce the equation to the some extent. So this is my equation which I have obtained here. Now I am going to substitute the values subsequently. So here the values I am going to substitute. The value of x of 0 is, what is the value of x of 0? X of 0 is 1. So we will substitute here. X of 0 is 1 plus the next value, x of 1. What is the value of x of 1? X of 1 is 2. So this is going to be substituted here. Multiplied by, this is e raised to minus j pi by 2. So we will be expanding this exponential part. So what is that? E raised to j theta. How do we represent this in the angular format? This will be cos theta plus or minus j sin theta. So this is going to be written here. This value will be cos. This is going to be cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 minus, because sin is minus here, minus j sin pi by 2. So this is sin pi by 2. So this is going to be expanded in this way. Sin pi by 2, right? Plus, plus next here, this term we have now, this term we have expanded. Now the next, what is there? X of 2. So what is the value of x of 2? X of 2 is 3. So I'm going to substitute here. X of 2 is 3 into the bracket. What is there? E raised to minus j pi. So what is e raised to minus j pi? E raised to minus j pi is cos pi. It is going to be cos pi minus j sin pi. This is going to be cos pi minus j sin pi. Okay, minus j sin pi. So this is my second last term. And then finally, as these are the 4-point sequence, so only four terms will appear here. So this is first term, second term, third term, and fourth term. So x of 3, what is the value of x of 3? X of 3 is 4. So I'm going to substitute here. Next value is x of 3 is equal to 4. Into the bracket, this is going to be cos 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. So this is cos, this is going to be cos 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. Sin 3 pi by 2. Right? So this is going to be here sin 3 pi by 2. Now what we have to do? We have to substitute the values in this equation. So I'm going to erase earlier thing. Are you writing this? Somebody should reply, or it is not possible you to. Now reply me. Are you able to? Is it clear, all of you? Substitute values in this equation. Shall I erase this? Have you taken down? Shall I erase? Okay, so I'm going to write here because I cannot erase. So here, what you will do? Next point, I want to find out x of 1. So I have to substitute the values subsequently. So x of 1. The first value of x of 1. In the earlier slide, we have seen. What is x of 1? X of 0 is 1 plus 2 into cos pi by 2. 1 plus 2 into cos pi by 2. So what is the value of cos pi by 2? What is the value of cos pi by 2? You can chat, no issue, but somebody should tell about. Rohini, what is cos pi by 2? Rohini? You can chat if you are not able to. Unmute yourself and tell me the answer. Rohini, what is cos pi by 2? Now you can speak. Cos pi by 2 is, have you studied? We have studied in class 12 only. What is cos pi by 2, Rohini?
0.
0, right? So cos pi by 2 is 0. So we will substitute value here. Cos pi by 2 is 0. So this is going to be 0 plus j, no, minus, in between there is a minus sign. So minus j sin pi by 2. So we will write here. So here minus j, what is the value of sin pi by 2? Sin pi by 2 is, what will be the value of sin pi by 2? Naneshwari? You can unmute by yourself.
One.
Equal to 1. So this is going to be 2 into bracket 0 minus j, and next term that I'm going to write here 3 into cos pi minus j sin pi. So this is going to be next term. So tell me, find out the value of cos pi and sin pi. Okay, so next value is plus 3 into bracket, this is going to be cos pi. So what is the value of cos pi? Cos pi is always equal to Sakshi, काय असतो cos pi? Yes, you can unmute yourself and tell me answer. What will be the value of? Yes, Sakshi.
-1.
Right. It is always equal to -1 minus j into sin pi. So what is the value of sin pi? Multiplied by sin pi. So what is the value of sin pi? Sin pi is
0.
It is equal to 0. Aishwarya plus next term. What is the next term? Next term is 4 into cos 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. So here we will be writing here 4 into the bracket cos 3 pi by 2. So now tell me, what is the value of cos 3 pi by 2? What is the value of cos 3 pi by 2? Shefali, are you able to? Yes, you are writing in the chat box. Okay, right. So what is 3 pi by 2? My voice is breaking up. I am operating through my mobile because today net is not available. Okay, what is the cos 3 pi by 2? Cos 3 pi by 2, radian. Calculate. If you are taking pi, so it should be, your calci should be operated in radian mode. And if you are operating with degree, then 180 should, pi should be substituted for 180. So keep in mind that if you are calculating cos 3 pi by 2, so while calculating cos 3 pi by 2, if you are taking pi, then you should operate calci in radian mode, right? So what is cos 3 pi by 2? Can anybody tell me?
0.
0, right? So cos 3 pi by 2 is 0 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. So tell me, what is the value of sin 3 pi by 2? What is the value of sin 3 pi by 2?
-1.
Right, -1. So this is going to be -1. -1. So minus will come as a +1, right? So here we will further calculate this as 2 in 1 minus 2 into minus j. So this will be -2j. Next value is -2j. So this is going to be -2j plus, this is going to be, what is the next value? 3 into -1, because j is multiplied by 0. So next value will be -3. So I'm going to write here in the bracket because I have given plus sign. So let us take this as a -3 because 3 multiplied by -1. Next value is 4 multiplied by minus will be plus j. So this is plus 4j. So value will be plus 4j. So what will be the final value of x of 1? What will be the final value of x of 1? This is 1 minus 3. So how much it is? How much it is? 1 minus 3 is equal to -2, right? This is minus 2. And this is minus 2j plus 4j. So this is going to be plus 2j. Right? Getting? So the next value which we have calculated is 2 plus 2j. So I will write here. First value I have calculated as a 10. The next value that I have obtained is minus 2 plus 2j. So the next value is minus 2 plus 2j, right? So this is going to be there. Then next I am going to, because k is varying from 0 to 3. As k is varying from 0 to 3, I have taken two values, 0 and 1. Now the next value of k will be, in this case, what will be the next value of k?
2.
Yes, right. The next value of k will be 2. The next value of k that I'm going to take is 2. So k is equal to 2. So I will write here again the equation for DFT. Because I have calculated 0th value, I have calculated first value. Then I want to calculate now k equal to 2. So I'm going to write here DFT equation. So what is my DFT equation? X of k. Now in this case, k is 2. So I'm going to write here x of 2 x of 2, which is equal to summation n varies from, it is going to be n varies from 0 to 3. 0 to 3. X of n, this is x of n into e raised to minus j 2 pi. Value of k is, what is the value of k? K is equal to 2. So it is multiplied by 2 multiplied by value of n that I have to substitute. So here I'm going to write n divided by capital N. So value of n will be equal to 4. So this is going to be 4. Now what I'm going to do? Further, I'm going to expand this equation. So this equation will become, now I'm going to substitute value of n hereafter. So this is going to be, if I'm substituting here, n equal to 0, this is going to be x of 0. So first value is x of 0 multiplied by e raised to 0, because here n is 0. So this entire term will become e raised to 0. And as we know that e raised to 0 is always equal to 1. E raised to 0 is always equal to 1. So I'm going to substitute now next value, that is n equal to 1. So if I'm substituting n equal to 1, the equation will be x of 1 multiplied by e raised to minus j. This I can reduce here. I can reduce this 2 and this 4 will get cancelled to each other. So this equation, the simplified form of this is, I can write here as e raised to minus j pi into n, right? Because these 2 2s are 4, numerator 4 and denominator 4 will be cancelling to each other. So it is going to cancel here. So this is e raised to minus j pi into value of n. N is 1. So it is going to be only e raised to minus j into pi, right? So the next value of n is 2. So I'm going to write here. So I'm going to write next value plus x of 2, which is equal to e raised to minus j, value of n is 2. So this is going to be 2 pi. So this is e raised to j 2 pi, right? Because n is 2. So I have written here e raised to minus j 2 pi, right? Plus next value. What is the next value? N equal to 3. So I'm going to write here x of 3 multiplied by e raised to minus j and pi n. So this is going to be 3 pi because value of n is 3. So this is 3 pi, right? So this is 3 pi. So x of 0 plus x of 1 e raised to minus j pi plus x of 2 e raised to minus j 2 pi plus x of 3 into e raised to minus j 3 pi. So these are the my values. Now I'm going to substitute here. What is the value of x of 0? X of 0 is 1. X of 1 is 2. X of 2 is 3. And x of 3 is 4. So I'm going to substitute values subsequently. So here we will substitute now. So this is going to be x of 0 is 1. So 1 plus x of 1 is 2 into the bracket. Now e raised to minus j pi. How do you represent this? This is going to be represented. This is a complex form. So complex equation e raised to j minus or plus j theta. How we represent this? This is going to be represented in the form of cos theta plus or minus j sin theta. So this is we are going to represent as cos theta. Cos theta is pi here. So this is going to be cos pi minus j sin pi. Minus j sin pi. So here this is going to be minus j sin pi, right? So cos pi minus j sin pi. So this is first term plus. Now the next term. What is my next term? X of 2 multiplied by e raised to minus j 2 pi. How do I write this? Value of x of 2 is 3. So I'm going to substitute here. X of 2 is 3 multiplied by this term e raised to j 2 pi. How do I write here? This is nothing but cos 2 pi minus j sin 2 pi, right? Cos 2 pi minus j sin 2 pi. So this is going to be written here, cos 2 pi minus j sin 2 pi, right? So this is what we have written for x of 2 multiplied by e raised to minus j 2 pi. So last term is remaining. What is that last term? X of 3 multiplied by e raised to minus j 3 pi. So here this is what how we will write here, plus value of x of 3. What is the value of x of 3? X of 3 is equal to 4. So I'm going to write here 4 into the bracket. I have to expand this complex term. What is that? E raised to minus j 3 pi. So this is going to be expanded in terms of cos and sin. So here we will be representing this. We'll be expanding this. So this is going to be cos 3 pi. This is going to be cos 3 pi minus j sin 3 pi. This is going to be cos 3 pi minus j sin 3 pi, right? So this is the last term of this equation. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to substitute values here. So let us substitute values and tell me final equation. So let us write down this. So first value is, as I have written here, 1 plus 2 into cos pi. Somebody have told me what is the cos pi? We have already written the value of cos pi. It is equal to minus 1, right? Am I right? Minus 1. Sin pi is always equal to 0. So we will not take that value. Plus 3 into cos 2 pi. So tell me what is the value of cos 2 pi? What is the value of cos 2 pi? Now you can unmute by yourself. Aishwarya, you can tell.
1.
It is equal to 1 always. So we will write here 1. And sine 2 pi is always equal to 0, right? Sine 2 pi is always equal to 0.
Yes.
So it is, we will write here 0 directly plus the last value 4. 4 multiplied by cos 3 pi. So tell me, this is a periodic signal. So if cos pi is -1, cos 3 pi is also equal to -1. Same thing is repeating after a period of 2 pi. So if cos pi is -1, cos 3 pi is obviously it is equal to -1. So I'm going to write here. This is equal to -1. It is equal to. So what you will get? 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4. So what is the value? Output value? X of 2 is equal to how much you get here? How much you will get here?
-2.
-2. So this is what we are getting, -2. So I'm going to write here -2. The next value that is I'm going to get is here -2. And the last value that I'm going to calculate here, when k is equal to 3. When k is equal to 3. So when we substitute k is equal to 3, once again I'm going to write the equation. What is that equation? X of k. K is 3. So x of 3 is equal to, it should be by heart. You should know or remember this equation every time. So x of k is equal to summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1. So here the value, total number of samples are 4. So this will vary from 0 to 3. X of n into e raised to minus j 2 pi. Value of k is 3. So here it is 3. We will be substituting value of n divided by 4. So here you can reduce the equation by doing this division. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So this entire exponential term will be reduced to e raised to minus j. You can write it as 3 pi n divided by 4. So this is going to be like this. So now here what you are going to do, you are going to substitute values of n and you will be calculating the output. So this is the exercise for you. Calculate this output. I'm going to give you output. The output will be -2 -2j. So let us try to find out output whether you are getting this or anything else, right? So the x of 3 point you should calculate. So this is x of 3 will be equal to -2 -2j. Calculate this and send me your homework. You know my WhatsApp number, so where you can submit the homework, right? So we'll